Today I want to talk about 3 mistakes I've made while on autoimmune paleo, the AIP diet, as well as what I've eaten for the last few days. So it's not necessarily that I've done AIP wrong, it's just more, if I want faster healing, these are some of the things I should have incorporated throughout the whole time that I just kind of haven't. The first one being liver and other organ meats. I seem to have a block, like a lot of Americans, against these things. I don't enjoy the taste of beef liver. Interestingly enough, when I go out to restaurants, I always order liver as an appetizer and I love it, but it usually seems to be duck or chicken livers. The beef liver, not so much, but it is so amazingly full of nutrients and the kind of nutrients that we need to help our immune system work its best. I mean, if you look at the list of all of the nutrients that we need, liver is at the top of the list for most of these. I do take desiccated liver pills as a supplement every night. I take the Perfect Supplements brand. I also know that Vital Proteins also has a pill as well. And there may be other brands as well. It's just beef liver that has been freeze dried and then powdered and then put into a little capsule that you take every day. And so that's the way I've been getting my liver, but I know I should be having it from food sources as well. So today I'm making liver pate. Yay! Really, I have to get over this bad attitude about it. It's really not good. Number 2 is seafood. I haven't had enough of this either. I've probably had 1 serving a week. I should be having closer to 3 to 5 according to Dr. Sarah Ballantyne as my minimum, just because of the nutrients that are in seafood as well. AIP really does stress nutrient density, and so while you have a wide plethora of vegetables and meats and all of these different kind of things, which I have been doing, I haven't been taking the things that are at the top of the nutrient density lists. Seafood is one of those things, and I should be having more things like mussels and clams and shrimp and all of these different kind of fish like salmon and cod and all these different things, and I haven't been doing that very well. Part of that is because my family just does not enjoy seafood that much, so I would only have it for myself for lunch, but a lot of times I have leftovers for lunch, so I don't really have time or the inclination to make seafood. And then for breakfast, I just can't do it. Again, these are all excuses. I really shouldn't be doing these, but these are mistakes I recognize that I've been making. And number 3 is fermented foods. I've been taking probiotics as pills, but I haven't really been doing too many fermented foods, partially because every time I seem to do it, I seem to get gas and bloating. So I've been slowly kind of ramping up, but then I forget about it, and then I haven't gained any more tolerance to it because I forgot about it. So I should be including things like sauerkraut and more kombucha and different things that I've made that are fermented in my diet. So starting today, I'm gonna be a lot more conscious about doing those things because it's gonna really speed up my healing. And if you are doing this as well, it will speed up your healing as well, just because of the nutrient density and how fantastic these things are for making your immune system work the way it should and all of the different nutrients that it needs to do so. All right, now on to what I've eaten for the last few days. So on day 33, which was the Saturday, I made up a breakfast hash for my breakfast. It was diced sweet potato, apple, onions, and ground pork that I stirred all up with some Primal Palate breakfast blend. And then at the end, I added some arugula as well. For lunch that day, we went to the Botanic Gardens with friends, so I needed another picnic lunch. So I made up Downchefology's cassava flour tortillas, and then I put a guacamole, which was just the guacamole that I usually make of avocado, apple cider vinegar, a little lime juice, garlic powder, and sea salt. Mix that all together, lay that as a layer on the tortilla, and then put some prosciutto, because I didn't have any turkey, and some mixed greens, and wrap them all up in parchment to make little roll-ups again. I had that with some Inca chips, plantain chips, some LaCroix lime water, and then one of my AIP carob chocolate chip cookies. Dinner that night. So after the Botanic Gardens, we went to REI because we're going on backpacking trip soon, and so we're just trying to get all of the stuff that we need because we usually car camp, and backpacking's a whole nother animal. So we spent 4 hours at REI, and then we got home kind of late, and then we decided we want to go fishing. Pack it all in as much as we possibly can in one day. So the family went out and they got some food, and I made one of my paleo on-the-go meals. And I had the Cuban beef picadillo, I'm not really sure how you say that. It was good. It was a little small though, so It was good because I wasn't overly hungry, but if you were kind of starving, that one is not as filling as some of the meals from there. Sunday morning, I really wanted waffles. So I made myself waffles. I made a recipe, I'll link to it below. The problem with the recipe was that it contained 3 ripe bananas, and I kind of ate all of the waffles. So I got 3 ripe bananas in my breakfast. That was a lot of sugar, and I definitely felt it within like an hour. I was kind of bonking with a hangriness, and yeah, probably not the best meal to start the day off with, but again, it's the weekend. I'd sometimes get a little bit more relaxed in that, but it is one thing I've noticed that my blood sugar is starting to do this a little bit more. So this week, I am definitely trying to cut out the sugars and go into more of an AIP / Whole30 kind of approach, just to kind of get that level back out again. With the waffles, I did have some sugar-free US Wellness bacon and some dandelion root chicory root coffee. For lunch on Sunday, we still had some of the leftover kalua pork from last week, so we kind of fried that up and crisped that up in a pan, and then I had one more of the cassava flour tortillas and some more of that guacamole, so I made a little bit of a taco with that. Then I had the rest of the kalua pork on the side, put some fresh radishes on it, served it with the rest of the plantain chips that I hadn't finished the day before, and some mixed greens. For dinner on Sunday, my tummy was feeling kind of wrecked again. I'm not really sure why. But so I made some Thai chicken soup. The recipe was by Rachel Bryant in her Paleo Healing Cookbook, and it was really good. I was actually kind of surprised about how flavorful it was because it doesn't include any chilies. The curry paste inside of it is completely nightshade chili free, and it was really flavorful and tasted just like the normal Thai kind of soups that I've been having in the past. Breakfast on Monday, I had more of the leftover breakfast hash that I had made. Lunch yesterday was leftover of the Thai chicken soup with some black olives. Dinner last night was beef carnitas. The recipe was from the Healing Kitchen. And I served that up with some of the baked plantains that I always do, which are the yellow plantains that are sliced, drizzled with avocado oil and sea salt, and then put in the oven at 425 for about 25 minutes, flipped once. And then I served the whole thing up with some sliced red cabbage, some green onions, some cilantro, some sliced jicama, some grated carrots, and some fresh lime. The one thing I felt that was missing was some sort of sauce. I didn't really think of that until I had the meal, and I realized it was kind of dry. And so I think if I was to do this again, I would probably make like the avocado mayo, maybe make it a little bit runnier than usual and use that as a sauce. Breakfast this morning was more of the leftover breakfast hash. I did add some more fresh arugula to it. If you notice, I've been using a lot of arugula because it gives that peppery bite that you can't get because you can't have black pepper on AIP, so it's really good. So I have that and some fresh strawberries sliced in there. And then lunch today, I'm planning on having the beef pate I made. So I made the bacon rosemary beef pate from the Autoimmune Paleo Cookbook by Mickey Trescott, which is good. I like it, I just don't love it. But I'm gonna do that on sweet potato toast. And then I'm also gonna put some sliced fresh radishes on top and some arugula, again for that peppery bite. I felt like every time I've gone out to a restaurant, a lot of times it has radishes and arugula or something like that that has more of a flavoring component on it. And so I think hopefully that will really make it feel or taste good. And so I'm gonna do that. And I'll just have a little bit of the leftover carnitas from last night as well. We just have a small little amount with the plantains. And then dinner tonight, I'm gonna be making those AIP teriyaki orange chicken meatballs, but I'm gonna be doing it with ground pork because I really like it with the ground pork, and we seem to have a lot of that because I get a whole bunch of ground pork from US Wellness Meats when I make an entire order. The recipe is by AIP Lifestyle, and it's a recipe that we've eaten for years, even when we're not on AIP, and we serve it to guests, and everybody loves it, so it's one of our favorite meals. I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have the garlic roasted broccoli that the recipe's on my site. All right, that's it. I am feeling pretty great, I have to say. There's just a small little things like still kind of having a little bit of issues waking up at night, I think because of the blood sugar, and just a little bit of gas and bloating, and just that's pretty much it though. Like everything else seems like it's rectified. I have no complaints. I have great energy all day long, and I'm just happy with everything. So it's really looking like I'll probably be starting reintroductions in like a week or so, which I'm pretty excited about. I can't wait to actually have black pepper and ooh, eggs. I hope I can do eggs. Remember to hit like and subscribe if you like this video and want to see more. And I do have a new resource. It is listed below. It is a guide to natural autoimmune disease relief, and it kind of goes through what autoimmune disease is, how you can kind of naturally kind of help reduce the symptoms and put the disease into remission using diet and some lifestyle tips. So if you want to grab that, just go to the link below. And I'll see you guys on Friday.